morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. It is November 5th, and Megan and I are going to be recording just a regular old day in life. This one is going to be edited. I feel like usually when we do day in life videos, they're unedited. Just gonna take you through a whole day, hopefully, you know, show lots of details and go a little bit more in depth than like our week in our life videos. Weirdly, you see that I'm sleeping by myself. Vegas last night, I had a guest room across the hallway, and he does love that room, but we usually like keep it closed. But the door was open last night, and he went as we're getting ready for bed and laid down in there. And so then I come to my room, and I like try to get him to like, oh, come over to my room and let's go to sleep. And he didn't. So I was like, okay, I'll just like leave my door open a crack in case he wants to come in. He did not. So he is still sleeping in the guest room. Thursday morning, I have in the past few weeks been slacking on working out Thursday morning, and I've decided today I think I'm gonna get back on the grind and do my speed run. The issue that I told you guys about was that it's been colder in the morning, obviously. I just really don't want to do things in the cold, but I'm gonna push through. So it's 33 degrees, and I need to pick out the speed run to do. I don't guarantee it's gonna be a long one, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna eat one of these strawberry pastry crisps for a little burst of energy before I do my workout. And I've decided the run that I'm doing this morning is a 25-minute, I think it just was called Speed Run with Jess. Yeah, so should be fine. And I actually think I might come home, and it's hair washing day. Normally I would just rinse off in the morning, but I think I might wash my hair since we have plans this evening. And then I might go to work later than 7, maybe like 8 or 8:30. Here is breakfast this morning. It's 2 of those blueberry oat muffins that I showed you guys in our last vlog. And then I added 2 hard-boiled eggs. So this is actually, if you remember from last week when I was talking about working with a dietitian, one of our things we talked about was like, okay, muffins are good, but maybe let's add some protein in. So the hard-boiled egg was an easy add-on, and I actually really like hard-boiled eggs. So that's just an example of like when I'm talking to this dietitian, it's not so much changing what I'm eating, but like how I'm putting meals together, because like I wouldn't have really thought like, oh, I'm missing something in this before. So in that sense, it's been very educational. Good morning, guys. It is just before 7 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up at 6:30. I had to shower, wash my hair, much needed, and now I am downstairs to make my breakfast. I have usually been doing my typical like cinnamon toast, but Sierra and I have these muffins still that are supposed to be kind of our healthy breakfast option. So I think I'm going to heat 2 of these up, and then also we've got some hard-boiled eggs just to help with getting a little bit more protein in. If you guys didn't know, Sierra's been seeing a dietitian. I don't know if she talked about that this morning or not, but they had the recommendation of if you're having something like the muffins for breakfast to maybe also add in like the hard-boiled eggs for some protein. So I'm gonna try this out today and see what I think. Okay, my hair is dry. It is 7 o'clock. I'm packing up to get ready to leave. Our lunch today is actually leftovers. Megan and I tried to make, well, we didn't try, we did. I think we succeeded. It's like a California roll. And so that's for lunch today. And then I need to fill up my water bottle. Side of 2 cuties. It is 7:34. I just pulled into my work parking lot and I'm going to head in. I don't know that I will talk to you guys over lunch, so it might just be that I'll see you at the end of the day. I'm gonna go ahead and put on Good Mythical Morning while I'm eating my breakfast, because that's usually, not every morning, but that's gonna be what I do this morning. So today's video is unboxing other people's mail. It is 7:22. It's time to start doing my hair and getting ready for work. I think I'll be fine on time, but I am hoping to try and get into work by like 8 o'clock today, and that gives me 40 minutes to finish getting ready and head into work, but I think I'll be good. I got sent my schedule yesterday, and there was purposefully room left on my schedule in case we have an admit today. So if there is no admit, I think there can only be one. I did like a little inventory of the rooms that are open, and I think there could only be one potential admit today. And so if that happens, I think my treatment time would be 6 hours, hold on, 6.5 hours, which is actually not that bad. That's like just shy of a full day. And then if not that much, I mean, I would still probably, if we don't get an admit today, I'd probably be nice and like help my PTA that I work with out, so that, because she has a little bit fuller of a schedule because of that. But I've kind of been working a little bit longer days for the first part of this week, so if I could work more like just 7 hours today and be done around 3, that would be nice, especially because I'm also trying to fit in my speed run after work before we're doing a little trivia night tonight with, this is the first time I can say this on the vlog, I guess. I officially have a boyfriend, the guy that I've been seeing mentioned in a couple vlogs. We're officially dating now, so we are going to trivia with Sierra, her boyfriend, potentially Haley and Ashton, and then Maggie and Sam also got an invite, so we'll see who all ends up going. Time check, it's 7:44, so I'm trying to hurry. Top layer for me usually is much quicker, so I'm hoping I can still be done and leaving my house like 7:50ish. I don't have an appointment like at 8 o'clock, but I did tell the OT that I would try and get in there around 8 because we have a skilled admit we were gonna see together, so I'm just trying my best to honor that. If I'm a couple minutes late, it's not the end of the world. Hair is done. Top that I'm wearing is just an athletic top from Old Navy, and then I'm wearing, not that you can see them, but I'm wearing my Isabella wide leg scrub pants. This jacket that I sometimes like to wear is from New Balance. I gotta go finish packing my water. Got everything. Alright, I'm off to work. Done with work for the day. So with my running journey, my original goal was to do a 5K, so that way I could have like something that I was working towards and encourage myself to like run for a period of time rather than just like pick it up a little bit and then it would like dwindle down. So I did my 5K last weekend, went well, I've been pleased. I'm trying to encourage myself to continue incorporating running into my routine. And so I picked another running plan to start on my Nike Run Club app, and I just did a beginner training plan, not anything specific for a 5K, but I decided since I did the 5K, the next kind of big goal would be to try and do a 10K, so I picked their 10K training plan to do. This one includes 5 runs a week, but I honestly just know that like feasibility for me to fit that in my schedule along with the lifting that I still like to do 3 days a week, it's just not working. So I'm modifying. It does still have like the 5 runs that I would recommend I do in a week, but you can see 3 of them are recovery runs. I don't need to do 3 different recovery runs. So my plan so far has been to do, like I can pick whatever recovery run
at least like this week, for example. I don't really know if going forward whatever weeks, but I'd like to do a recovery run, the long run, and then like some sort of speed run, and that's kind of my plan for moving forward. So since I did my recovery run, and I know long runs I want to save for like Sunday or sometime during the weekend, that leaves my speed run to be done today. This one is a 20-minute fartlek, so that's what we're doing. Keeping it simple for the running outfit. I'm sorry it's kind of dark, but I just don't think the light being on is going to look any better. Just changed into my leggings here, and then I'm just wearing the same shirt I wore to work, which is an Old Navy athletic t-shirt. And then it's like just below 60 degrees, but it's like kind of cold and windy, so I'm also wearing my same New Balance jacket. And yeah, let's do this. Just picking Vegas up from daycare right now. It is 4:30. I just finished my run. I got 1.72 miles done in the 20 minutes. It was a 5-minute warm-up, and then 15 minutes of 30-second hard intervals, and then 30-second easy intervals. The pace was like 11:30, I think is what it said. So that one's done. Leads me to do one more run to finish up my week, which will be my long run. I think that is just 6K. That'll be my longest run yet though. I apologize for how dark it is. Maybe I can get the hallway light on. Does that help anything? Maybe. Obviously, it just gets ridiculously dark super early, but tonight we are doing trivia. We're trying out a new place. It's called Exile Brewing. I've actually never been just at all, but I've never been to this trivia before either. And I think it's general trivia. Hopefully it is. So I'm gonna change. I think I'll try and do like jeans or something. Kind of dress it up a little bit. Here's the outfit that I settled on. White sweaters from Old Navy. This is Megan's t-shirt from Aritzia. Target clogs. Jeans are from Madewell. Okay, we've actually been home for a little bit. It's 10 o'clock. Trivia ended at 8. We did not do too hot. It was a different kind of trivia than our Sporkle trivia that we're kind of used to. Yeah. It was still general knowledge, and they had different categories, but like not categories that we tried. We also didn't entirely know. Yeah, I think we didn't totally follow the rules. So we could have possibly gotten a higher score if you were paying attention, but that's neither here nor there. Since getting back, we've just been doing a little bit of like computer admin stuff, and luckily we'll get sleep in a little bit tomorrow because we don't go to work until 9. We have another meeting at 8, so that'll help a little bit. It helps us, you know. Normally I'm like trying to fall asleep by 10, which I am gonna be heading upstairs soon. I'm gonna have to cover your face, Vegas. You gotta move. I feel like it has actually been a ridiculously long time since I sat and read on my Kindle, because I finished reading Frederick Bachman, My Friends, through audiobook, and I finished listening to Atmosphere, mostly on audiobook. So like my last book that I actually read all the way through, I think, was A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. And then I listened to like 2 other audiobooks. Wow, that's kind of crazy. I think that's like the longest span I've gone where I was listening mostly on audiobooks. Crazy. And then I'm currently listening to Know My Name by Chanel Miller on audio. So, want to get back into my Kindle grind. So I have 2 book club books that I'm, pulling up next. I'm going to decide between my in-person book club book is Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney. So downloading that one. And then the book club pick for the podcast is The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. And that was my pick, so I'm very happy about that. So it looks like I'm starting with Sometimes I Lie. Time to get ready for bed. I was just in Sierra's room and we were chatting a little bit, so luckily we're sleeping in tomorrow, like Sierra had mentioned, so that at least helps a little bit because it's 10:45 right now. Usually I try to be asleep by now, but that's fine. I don't know if it's coming up on the camera very much, but I had a pimple here
that then went away, and then today it kind of seems like it's coming back a little bit. So I'm gonna try wearing a pimple pouch overnight. This specifically, I can't even remember the brand, but I got the kind where it is supposed to target early blemishes, and it has like those little spikes. Is not technically what they are, but if you use these, you'll know what I mean. It's supposed to target deeper a little bit more. Let's also do a little bit of moisturizer. I have a couple different moisturizers and stuff that I go between. This is the La Roche-Posay Triple Repair Moisturizing Cream. It's a little bit thicker, so I feel like I tend to wear this one at night when I'm going to bed rather than in the morning.